Obviously, we've got the M.A.S.K band. It's got the box behind, tri-logo box. It's the G.I. Joe Stinger, but in the Tiger Force colours. It's called the Tiger Sting. 1986, it's the V2 Snake Eyes. And that's a Hasbro Action Force card. It was a big thing
I had this one, Service City, as a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know they did a digger.
Yeah, that would have been later on in the line.
Toy Overdose!
What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are somewhere very special indeed. We are in the collector's room of my friend Adam. He's got some great stuff in here. He's got some micro machines, he's got some masks, he's got all sorts of 80s memorabilia. We're going to do a shelf by shelf tour of his collection room. Are you ready? Let's go toy hunting.
Toy Overdose has merch. Grab some now at toyoverdose.com.
Right, so we're here with Adam, Real Toy Dude on Instagram, also co-owner of the Southend Toy Fair. We've come to look at his collection room, and if you're into some G.I. Joes and Micro Machines and Star Wars and M.A.S.K, he's got a lot. Let's start with the Star Wars collection you have assembled here.
Vintage Star Wars. You know, Star Wars is probably, arguably, where it all started with a lot of these 3.75 and the gold standard for action figures in that respect. So I've got a full run of 79. There's actually 96 in the figure run, but as a lot of Star Wars fans will know, the last 17 are the hardest and more pricier ones. So I basically decided to make the decision not to bother getting involved with them and just went for the 79. But there's some lovely figures here, lovely examples. Obviously, you've got the M.A.S.K band. It's got the box behind, tri-logo box. I think I've told you this before, Lewis. I have a great love of micro machines, and when they cross over like that to something I do like as well.
Mini playsets.
The mini playsets are brilliant. I've got all of them. I've got all the boxes somewhere, but they're all kind of. I've had to put them behind each other. You've got a Jar and Yoda.
Let's have a look at that Chewbacca.
So this is an indoor scene. So that. Ooh. We've got the little treehouse thing, which goes somewhere in here. The little net. And then you've got all the figures. You've got a little speeder bike that goes on here. And then what you do is pull that and it spins round. It looks like it's getting chased and stuff like that. They're really cool. They're just like scenes from the film, which I really like. And they're done in such good detail. And they build out the scene by putting a cardboard kind of to give depth and that, which I think is really clever. That's my vintage kind of stuff. We've also got some Jazzwares, Galaxy Squadron stuff down there. This is quite cool. With a little flick of a lever.
Wow.
It's really cool. You've got the minifigures, but it opens up a whole scene of Tatooine and stuff like that. And I just think that's brilliant that it's like a complete and utter full Death Star.
Yeah. Very easy to tidy up and put away.
And then modern wise, Star Wars wise, we've got TVC lines. So for me, I love the fact with the TVC line that the articulation, the sculpts are really good. Like they're kind of like the figures when we were kids, like in the 80s. These were the figures you would have wanted to have. I loved them, so I was a big fan of collecting some of these. I tend to buy two of every one, so I'll get one that's carded. Then I get one out, and obviously I've done the classics. I've been to a few conventions, got signatures. So we've got Tim Rose, who played, obviously Admiral Akbar, got him signed that.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
And then I've got obviously Anthony Daniels there and stuff like that. I've got him to sign the C-3PO one.
One thing that did catch my eye was up here, Adam. What's this Dixie thing up here?
Dixie cups. Now these were just literally, as they say, there are 100 assorted cups in here that were disposable, and they were mainly used for, from what I understand, for like if kids were cleaning their teeth in the bathroom or whatever, and they were using cup to wash out their mouth. They were used a lot for that, I think, to encourage kids to kind of clean their teeth and all that as well. But you can get loads of different designs. This has come all the way from America. A friend of mine managed to pick it up for me.
It's in great condition, isn't it?
Yeah.
What year was that made in?
This is 1980.
1980. 80.
Yeah, 80, yeah. They licensed the hell out of it. So you've got ones with C-3PO on, R2-D2, Princess Leia, a lot. But I wanted the Vader one, and a mate of mine managed to sort me out with it from America.
I see you've got some Oral-B toothbrushes here from Star Wars.
Yeah, see, that's how I can always clean my teeth, mate.
At least you never run out of toothbrushes.
Yeah.
But I doubt you'd be using these, to be honest.
No, they are the classic Oral-B Star Wars toothbrushes. There is one missing, which the eagle-eyed amongst your viewers will know, which is the False Ghost one. It was a Mailaways, I think. Really hard to get these days.
Is that the one that Gav's got in his shop? It is.
Probably,
it
yeah.
Is the one Gav's
yeah. The thing that's cool about them is a friend of mine gave me the official membership cards and a little pamphlet to do with it. So again, to encourage kids to clean their teeth, because obviously I guess a lot of kids weren't that great at keeping up with their oral health. they put Star Wars on everything and go, hey, use your Star Wars toothbrush.
And spinning around here, you have the 1988 Playmates Turtles. I know that because he's got a cool sign.
Yeah.
Do you leave that on all the time?
Sometimes. Spinning's just for you.
Right.
The lights sometimes stay on, but the spinning is for special guests only.
Right. We won't go too deep into these, Adam, but you've got a load of loose micro machines, because I know we've got some more micro machines coming up. I was a big fan of micro machines when I was a kid. I used to love the boats as well. They were great. So
the top shelf there you were just filming is the original 11 sets that were ever released, all loose. So that's what started in 1987. They were the first sets that were ever released.
You can go small, you can go micro, because the micro machines are here. The smallest three-wheelers ever, with dramatic detail, precision paintwork, colossal collectability. Famous names like Chevy, Trans Am, Mercedes, Porsche, Jeep, Camaro, Phantom, Jumbo, Mustang, Bulldozer. That's not a bulldozer, that's a bulldozer. There's Lamborghini, Stingray, Dodge, Barracuda, Corvette. Micro machines come in collections of 5. Micro machines come in collections of 5. Micro machines come in collections of 5. Micro machines come in collections of 5.
Got the deluxe ones where the bonnets and boots and
I remember those.
Doors would open.
When I was a kid, I used to have a couple of those. I remember them. They were great. Like over here as well, the deluxe ones. And down the bottom there,
from Random Argos trucks as well.
Are they micro machines as well, are they?
Yep. Yeah. Random Argos. Again, you can pick them up to a penny really, but they're cool. Like Argos obviously is a big shop in the UK, so I love a cross promotion. So
now we're coming on to a bit of the nitty gritty stuff. I think. I mean, there's a great selection of G.I. Joe stuff up here. Now I must admit I'm not a massive fan of G.I. Joe, but some of this stuff is incredible. Like, is that American, that G.I. Joe? Is it Action Force?
It's a good point. So obviously, it is a massive checkered history between G.I. Joe and Action Force. So Palitoy had Action Force, Hasbro had G.I. Joe. Hasbro then purchased Palitoy, and there was a period where you had Hasbro Action Force and Hasbro G.I. Joe. Right. So in America you had Hasbro G.I. Joe. In the UK you had Hasbro Action Force. So that's a Hasbro Action Force Ore Striker.
Because I think I had that one as a child. I think this is one of the few G.I. Joe stuff. But I never had G.I. Joe, so it would have been Action Force, which is why I asked the question.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was a very cool vehicle as well.
See, this is the switch as well. See, this is a Hasbro Action Force Sky Striker. So you can get that with G.I. Joe written on it, or you can also get it with Palitoy livery. I prefer the crossover phase because when I was growing up at my age, everything was Hasbro Action Force. So it looked like G.I. Joe, but it had Action Force on it. And then it flipped to G.I. Joe. So you've obviously got Random Game there. I think that's a Spectrum game. You've also got a baggie there, which is the Kellogg's Cornflakes Mailaway. Rice Krispies Mailaway. So you've got a sealed membership kit up the top there. So you've got some random things going on here. There's quite a lot going on. Tiger Force is hit and miss for a lot of fans. Some people hate it, some people love it. I love it, obviously, and it was basically, they were trying to keep the line going, so around about 1989, 1990, or they're trying to spruce it up. They just got old vehicles and repainted them.
Joke is back! We'll stop Cobra with Tiger Force, the roughest, toughest Joe Force ever! Get those captured Cobra vehicles repainted and re-armed. They're part of Tiger Force now!
Tiger Force, showing the colors yellow and black. Hungry to fight and ready to attack. Nobody beats G.I. Joe.
Tiger Shark is ready, so's the Tiger Cat. Tiger Force, attack!
Nobody beats G.I. Joe. Tiger Force!
Tiger Force. Vehicles and figures sold separately.
So some of these are slightly harder to get than others. This one's a particularly difficult piece to get. It's the G.I. Joe Stinger. but in the Tiger Force colours. It's called a Tiger Sting. So this is from again, it depends what country you're in, but it's around about 1989. It would have come out slightly earlier in America and Europe. But it was European exclusive in some respects, as in, I don't think it came out in the UK. There's rumours that it did, but I'm pretty convinced it didn't, but I might be wrong. But I actually picked this up in Holland, and it's quite hard to get hold of. It's the only one I've ever seen at a toy fair, ever, complete and just sitting there, and I was like, I've got to have it. Okay, so another one divides opinions, I would say. This is obviously
the G.I. Joe expert here.
I can't remember what the bloody plane's called.
It's obviously called Spitfire. Tiger Spitfire it's called, isn't it? Yellow Zebra Spitfire.
I'm going to Google it. So this one divides a lot of opinion. This is the G.I. Joe Rattler, but it's in the Tiger Force colours. So the original one was navy, very popular, very much loved as a toy. And then obviously I repainted it in Tiger Force colours. I actually prefer it in this colour. A lot of people won't. Comes with an interesting figure, because this figure, one, it's very hard to get with its helmet and visor all in good condition, but it's called Sky Striker. So they've already got a vehicle called Sky Striker. So to then call a vehicle driver, a figure, a Sky Striker was a bit of a weird, I thought, a bit of a weird way to go.
I like it.
Put it back up there.
Right, so now we look at all these loose G.I. Joe figures, man.
These are all the Cobra figures in this cabinet, and then I've got a cabinet full of Joe figures.
Hence the Cobra sign.
Hence the Cobra sign, yeah. So some of these are beautiful.
He's cool, I like him.
Yeah, Destro, he's cool.
I've never seen that sort of podium before.
It was a custom 3D thing that I bought online.
That'll be why.
He's probably the hardest one to get complete in this cabinet because of that little walkie-talkie.
It's always the little things, isn't it?
Yeah, it always goes missing. But all these are fairly nice. Like, I'm a big fan. And for me, they have to be kind of complete. I don't really like them with elbow cracks if I can help it, which is a common thing on G.I. Joe figures and stuff like that.
In the UK, would we have had these figures?
Some. This guy here, Torch, he was only ever sold in America, randomly. And all the other Dreadnoks were sold in the UK, so I don't know why he wasn't. This one was sold in UK, but it's quite hard to get, Nemesis Enforcer. And then this is a cool story behind this. This is a bit folklore-y, and I'm sure some G.I. Joe collectors will correct me. But I'm pretty sure the rumours are that this figure was designed by Stephen King. So Stephen King's kid was a big fan of G.I. Joe. And I'm sure he either designed it or wrote the backstory behind the file card, because with G.I. Joe figures, they all get a file card. And then obviously over the other side, we've got the goodies, the good guys.
The Joes. Hence the sign that says Joes.
Yeah, so you got your classics here. You got your Lady J, obviously your Flint, Hawk and Duke and all that. Again, the ones here that were sold only in America are, just trying to think now. To my knowledge, was Chuckles. Could only get him in America. One who looks a bit like Hawaiian Gone to the Beach Joe.
If I was ever going to own a G.I. Joe figure, it would be this guy.
Yeah.
So they must have had a sort of an agreement with WWE to use the Silent Slaughter name for this guy.
Well, yeah, he's one of the only ones who's a real life person as well.
Mm. I just find it fascinating that they've got a Silent Slaughter. It's a perfect crossover.
Yeah, no, there was meant to be other things, like Rocky was meant to be in the G.I. Joe line,
right.
And then they couldn't get a license for him at the last minute and stuff like that. But yeah, these are, like I said, the fridge is quite a hard one to get. That was a Mailaway. So he's the only other one that's based on a real life character.
Yeah, the fridge.
And there's not many, I don't think.
NFL player.
Some of these graded ones are quite nice, they're quite different. So you've got a graded Snake Eyes there in a 90. Last time of checking, that was the only graded 90 on UKG sensors.
So if you're not familiar with the process of grading figures, basically they're sent off to a grader who sets a number based on their condition and how complete they are. And you can do it with carded figures, you can do it with loose figures. And it's very controversial.
Yes.
Controversial between grading and non-grading. But I believe if you've got something that you really love and you want to keep it in good condition, you can't beat putting it in one of these cases. And the fact that it's graded to a percentage is a bonus in my eyes.
This is probably one of my favourite bits. So this is a Snake Eyes carded, 1986. It's the V2 Snake Eyes, And that's a Hasbro Action Force card. I even, like I said, got the certificate to say when it was graded and everything like that. So that's something that means not 1987 actually. No, I said 1986, didn't I?
The next up, we've got a rather big, extensive collection of sort of boxed and special items from Micro Machines, which Adam will talk us through here.
Okay, so yeah, these are some of my mint on card or M.A.S.K collections of Micro Machines. These are quite special to me because they are the original 11 sets that were produced. So I don't have all 11. I actually have 8 here. I have 1 on the way from America, so I will be 2 short. But these are beautiful. And you can see they're slightly different. I want to just point this out. So you can see they're different to the slightly later ones. They've got like a grid pattern on them and so forth. So that would have been 1988, 89. These were 87.
Made by Galoob as well, which made them all. But Galoob's a great company, I think, that made some really great stuff back in the day. Yeah,
and it's interesting because some of them will have Rainbow Toys on because that was a distribution partner. These are all what is known as the Travel City sets. So these were like little cubes, as you can see there.
I used to have these. I remember these very well.
Yeah. And you could take them to your friends. That was the whole idea. You would pack them down, take them to your friends, and then you could join them up. Now, what I've done is, again, these are the original 12 that released. Got them all boxed, and then I got them all loose and put them into a display. So you have
they used to all connect up, didn't
Yeah, they all connect up. So they've got a city.
Oh, it's great.
Cityscape, and there's a few Easter eggs in there. So we've got Luke Skywalker and R2-D2 going to the fish and chip shop, because why not? We've got a DeLorean that's just kind of come back from the future. I like to get these things loose, and then I like to get them boxed or carded as well. That's kind of my thing.
Things like Suburban House were available.
Yeah. They're all like random things, like you've got a car wash, fish and chip shop.
Yeah, I think I remember the drive-through.
Some other wicked sort of Micro Machine stuff is we've got the Mailaways. So the gold Mailaways.
So a mail-away is when you would collect like vouchers from a certain toy, maybe when you bought them, collect them all up, send them off, and they'd send you one in the post.
So this is the European set. What's really cool is they come in the shipper, and I've got the original letter that came with them, which said, "Thanks for sending for these limited edition gold vehicles. You're now the owner of the exclusive limited edition." And then you've got these ones, which are the Corvette collections. I'm not 100% sure, but I think these ones were harder to get in the UK. They were easier to get in America. But what I like both about these is they've both got the shipper box. And if I could be so kind to actually shout out a guy called Jesse, who actually gifted me them, which was really nice of him. So,
Auto.
yeah, so they're French. There was 50 of them. They're completely random. You got some 6 stickers in them. Like, let's open one because they're already open. A little bit of a pamphlet, like so. You get a random Micro Machine, and you get some stickers which haven't been opened.
Let's open it up and see what we got.
I refuse to open them at the moment.
Have you got this one loose?
No.
No.
Now, a lot of these that came in here, I never found them loose.
Right.
So maybe, I don't know if they were exclusive to but for me, these are like the original blind boxes. I'm sure there was blind boxes before these, but they're pretty early form of a blind box, but they were only available in France, from what I understand. So they're pretty cool.
We've got playsets here and gas. Like you could put gas in one of them? Or?
So yeah, these are, I actually bought this from Holland recently. You were with me when I brought this.
Oh,
yeah, I don't think you were physically next to me, but you're in the same room as me. So,
it's a big room, man.
Yeah, it was a big room. So yeah, these are like mini play sets, as you can see there.
Oh, right.
It's meant to be like a gas station that breaks out and then turns into like a gas station or petrol station in the UK. And yeah, you'd have little toys. And I haven't opened that one. It's completely sealed. Yeah, it's just random. This was the distributor cap, so it's shaped in the distributor cap, but it actually was like a auto repair shop. So when you opened it up, it was meant to be like you fix your cars. But which is quite cool.
How many of these did they make then?
Yeah, got some random ones on the back. So you've got like a battery, was it car wash wax thing, and then you've got some of the more bigger play sets.
Yeah, these were cool, man.
Really cool.
This is what I used to love.
So they're all complete. All they are open, so I could get them out and all that. They're not like completely sealed, but they're all complete inside. It was a big thing.
I had this one, Service City, as a kid.
Yeah, it's a great
cool
one. And then you've got a car wash behind? Yeah, car wash.
Car Wash City.
Yeah.
I will say it's in really good quality, a lot of your box stuff. I'd say.
Thank you.
Like that, the Micro Machine stuff's really good condition, I think. Well, it is, isn't it?
It is.
You do see these at toy fairs.
You do.
But they'll be without box, or the box will be absolutely battered. But I mean, you just look at the condition. I couldn't believe that these look brand new to me when I saw them earlier.
Well, it looks like new old stock, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Maybe they are, but
maybe they are, yeah.
But they're just amazing condition.
Yeah, no, they're cool.
So the other thing that Adam is massively into is M.A.S.K, and it's very cool. And you're not far away from being complete on it, are you, Adam?
That's correct. Yeah, I've got a lot of M.A.S.K, but again, there is some that I'm a bit short of. I think I'm about 3 vehicles short of the full collection.
How many vehicles were there, do you think?
38.
38
in total. If you include the stuff like this, which was called Billboard Blast.
So the playsets.
They're also like mini playsets, yeah. So include them.
So I had this recently.
Yeah.
But I did get rid of it recently as well. But I thought that's pretty cool because it's snake oil. It goes with the it's Outlaw.
Yeah, you're talking about the big truck.
Yeah. It's got the same sort of decals
logo.
on it. And this very much, I know that's probably like a checkpoint or something, isn't it? That one at the back there, but it looks like it would go with the Boulder Hill place.
Boulder Hill, yeah.
And this is very reminiscent of the Boulder Hill because I'm sure that
pops down like
with guns come out of that as well.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love these little play sets.
Yeah, they're really cool. I agree. The whole thing about M.A.S.K, the vehicle being the actual star of the show and transforming is a big thing. So I've started collecting the adventure sets. So as you can see, like these down here, they all like the adventure sets. I've got them all loose.
So they come on card, did they?
They came on card.
Yeah.
Basically, they were just another way to sell more figures. Probably they had extra figures laying around and they were like, well, let's put some guns and some backpacks on them.
They're fun. I think they're fun.
They're really fun and they're pretty cool. And then at the back there's some Euro exclusives as well. So what you've got here is your normal M.A.S.K and a short M.A.S.K. Now, I don't know if you're aware of the story behind why that was the case.
The choking hazard, wasn't it?
Yeah, basically it's pretty simple. There's 11 of them. I think I've got 6 in total. So I'm working my way towards there. So yeah.
Tell me about these stands. Did you order them from somewhere? Because they're very cool. So you can put a figure on it. Have they got? Yeah. So they must have the pegs on them, and then you can just put the M.A.S.K.
So 3D printed by James Morgan,
right?
Who used to work at Leicester Vintage. Funny enough, he now does his own thing, I think, and he does 3D printing.
I think that's a very good idea.
M.A.S.K is just brilliant. It's just one of them lines that keeps on giving. I think there's so many cool vehicles in the line and stuff like that.
This is probably my favourite toy line when I was a child, and I'm not joking, M.A.S.K.
Didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I mean, I did a video about Boulder Hill where I found it at the toy fair, and I've got a picture of me with Boulder Hill from 1986 at Christmas, opening Boulder Hill.
This is a really cool one. Volcano's one of only 2 that's motorised as such, or it does anything. It's got batteries that works, it goes along, and it's really cool.
Jock, you'll ride shotgun and Volcano here.
It sure lives up to its name, Matt.
Tracker here. Assemble M.A.S.K. Venom has struck again.
Try and stop your tractor. Convert outlaw.
Vehicles each sold separately with 2 figures. Batteries not included.
Okay, Volcano, do your stuff. Fire!
M.A.S.K.
Wow.
Where illusion is the ultimate weapon. M.A.S.K, Volcano, and Outlaw, each sold separately. New from Kenner.
So Rhino was always one of my favourites. Is he complete?
Yeah, he's complete, and he is a great vehicle. Obviously, he's the lead vehicle. When you think about it, like I've got this 3D sign here. He's the one that's on the sign. Again, I've got a short M.A.S.K variant, matte tracker. I've got Bruce Sato coming.
I mean, I didn't know they did a digger.
Yeah, that would have been later on in the line, but it was one of the later lines.
And there's a Formula 1 car as well, which is bonkers to me that there's a Formula 1 car. But
That's a baddie one. So that's a baddie kind of shelf, that one. I kind of keep all
He was cool. He was one of my... Is that Stinger? Is it called Stinger?
It's Stinger.
Yeah, he was one of my favourites.
So I try and keep all the good guys, in air quotes, and bad guys together. So Venom or M.A.S.K together. Like, I prefer trying to keep them all together.
Right, well, thank you very much, Adam,
Thank you.
showing us around your collection.
welcome.
You've got a toy fair coming up.
Yep, Sunday, October the 26th, Southend-on-Sea. It's our 3rd Toy Fair, and yeah, there's going to be loads of good sellers there. We're really looking forward to it already.
I'll be going. I shall see you there. If you have enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give us a like, give us a thumbs up, write a comment down below, subscribe if you like, would really appreciate it, and we'll catch you on another toy hunt.